Hi, I can hear you.
I also
All right. Hi, this is Priscilla, and welcome to the Conversational Hour. I hope that everyone is excited about being in the class. The topic
Yes.
for today will be a beautiful jacket. Are you able to hear me now, Victor?
yes, I
Fantastic.
can hear you clearly.
Great.
Yes.
And Ricardo, are you able to hear me as well?
Yes. Very
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. Well, I'm excited about today's class, and it seems like the video is working. Now I'll check to see if my document will come up, and it looks like it will come up. And we are in business. So there we are. So our objective for today will be that the student will be able to use antonyms to improve and enrich your vocabulary. Antonyms are words which have almost opposite meanings. Most words can have more than one meaning when we're talking about antonyms. The student will also be able to use phrasal verbs to retell a story, and you will be able to use the concept of the word still, stole, stolen, and crime. You will also practice with a few idioms and develop your understanding that tenses, your understanding of the tenses, of the way tenses play the important role in sentence formation in the English language. So, with that said, we can just get started with a beautiful jacket. Now, let's see. Lou, how are you today?
I'm great today, thanks for asking.
Very good. So why don't we take a moment and say hello as we introduce ourselves, and I will give you your numbers. Lou, why don't you go first, say hello, and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we will hear from.
Hello. Yes, hello everybody. I'm Laura. I'm from China. I like traveling, listening to music.
Hmm.
Um, yes, and nice to meet you all. Yes.
Okay, great. And you'll be number one. Ricardo, you're number two, and Victor, you are three. Ricardo,
Hi,
introduce
everyone.
yourself.
Hi. Hi,
Hello.
everyone. I come from Mexico. I try to learn English. So, nice to meet you.
Mhm. And let's see who's left. I believe it will be Victor. If you'll introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Victor and I'm from Ukraine. I'm programmer. I'm 30 years old.
Okay. Thank you, Victor. And so now we will start, and of course that is VIK. And one, two, and three. Okay, we will start today with a beautiful jacket. Lou, if you will just read the entire story for us, that will be great. You may start when
Yeah.
you're ready.
Okay. He loved his new jacket. It was his favorite jacket. He loved the color. It was tan. He loved the weight. It was medium weight. It was not too light. It was not too heavy. He loved the fit. It fit him well. He put the jacket on. He looked at the jacket in the mirror. It looked good. What a good-looking jacket, he thought. He went to the doctor's office. The office was warm. He took his jacket off. He put it on the chair next to him. A nurse called his name. He stood up. He went to the examination room. He forgot that his jacket was on the chair, but it wasn't on the chair for long. Another patient took it home.
Okay, very good. Thank you for reading. And now we will hear from Ricardo. Would you read the exact same thing, Ricardo?
Sorry.
Would you read the exact same thing for us?
Mm,
Would you read for us, Ricardo?
four.
No, he loved his new jacket.
Okay.
Ricardo. Hmm.
Yes. I
Would you
read
read for?
again.
Okay. No, I thought Lou was reading first. Lou, did you read number? Were you reading first, Lou? Lou, did you read?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
I read
Ricardo.
it.
Yes, I would like for you to start reading with "He loved his new jacket."
Okay, he loved his new jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I was his favorite jacket. He loved the color. It was tan. Yes,
That is
I
correct.
continue.
Yes.
Okay, he loved the weight. It was medium weight. It was not light. It was not too heavy. He loved the fit. It fit well. He put the jacket on, and he looked at the jacket in the mirror. I looked good. What good-looking jacket, he thought. He went to the doctor's office. The office was warm. He took his jacket off. He put on the chair next to him. The nurse called his name. He stood up. He went to the examination room. He forgot that his jacket was on the chair, but it wasn't on the chair for long. Another patient took it home.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ricardo. Victor, would you read the exact same thing? Victor, would you unmute your microphone and please read? Victor, please unmute your microphone and read for us. Selma, I'm not sure if Victor is still here. Would you read for us?
Yes, teacher. Uh, he loved his new jacket. It was his favorite jacket. He loved the color. It was tan. He loved the weight. It was medium weight. It was not too light. It was not too heavy. He loved the fit. It fit him well. He put the jacket on. He looked at the jacket in the mirror. It looked good. What a good looking jacket, he thought. He went to the doctor's office. The office was warm. He took his jacket off. He put it on the chair next to him. A nurse
His
called
name. His name.
his name. He stood up. He went to the examination room. He forgot that his jacket was on the chair, but it was not on the chair for long. Another patient took it home.
Okay. Thank you, Selma. Wisla, would you read for us now?
Hello?
Yes, Wisla. Would you read for us?
Yes. He loved his new jacket. It was his favorite jacket. He loved the color. It was tan. He loved the weight. It was medium weight. It was not too light. It was not too heavy. He loved the fit. It fit him well. He put the jacket on. He looked at the jacket in the mirror. It looked good. What a good-looking jacket, he thought. He went to the doctor's office. The office was warm. He took his jacket off. He put it on the chair next to him. A nurse called his name. He stood up. He went to the examination room. He forgot that his jacket was on the chair, but it wasn't on the chair for long. Another patient took it home.
Okay, good. Now let's see if Victor is able
Yes.
to read. Okay, Victor,
Yes.
would you unmute your mic and read?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Oh, okay. No, just open this document. He loved his new jacket. It was his favorite jacket. He loved the color. It was tan. He loved the weight. It was medium weight. It was not too light. It was not too heavy. He loved the fit. It fit him well. He put the jacket on. He looked at the jacket in the mirror. It looked good. What a good-looking jacket. He thought. He went to the doctor's office. The office was warm. He took his jacket off. He put it on the chair next to him. A nurse called his name. He stood up. He went to the examination room. He forgot that his jacket was on the chair, but it wasn't on the chair for long. Another patient took it home.
Okay, thank you. All right, I hope each of you can remember what your number is, because now I'm only using your numbers. And we're going to talk about our jacket.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my number. My number
Okay.
is 3.
That's okay.
Sorry.
We'll take a look back. Lou is 1,
yes.
Ricardo's 2, Victor is 3, Selma is 4, and Wisla is 5. Now
Thank
what
you.
we're going to do is take 30 seconds each and continue to talk about this story until I tell you that your time is up. While you're telling the story, I'm only listening at the way that you retell the story. I want to see how fluent you are with retelling the story in 30 seconds and determine what we can work on this evening to help you become a better fluent speaker of English. So I will start first for 30 seconds on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. This story is about a young man who went to the doctor's office. Once he got to the doctor's office, he put his coat on the back of a chair and went into the examination room. When he was in the examination room, he forgot he had left his jacket on the back of the chair. When he returned, it was gone. All right, that was me retelling the story in 30 seconds. It is not necessary that you recall every single detail, but I want you to remember as much as you can when you retell the story. All right, we will go with number 4. Number 4. Who is number 4? 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a man who was obsessed with his beautiful jacket, but once he got to the doctor's office, he forgot it on the chair. But when he went to pick it up, it was gone.
Continue talking.
It was gone, and he felt sad for leaving
Okay.
his beautiful jacket.
Okay, great. I need you all to continue talking for 30 seconds. That will give me enough of an idea of what we can work on. So what's your name for number? Is this Selma? Was that you, Selma? Who was
Yes,
retelling
it's
this?
me.
Thank
Selma.
you. Selma?
Yes.
What it seems that you are going to work on this evening is just concentrating on the fact that I want you to reduce the number of ums and ahs and the long pauses. I do need you to talk for 30 seconds. I will let you know when the 30 seconds is up. All right, try again for me and try to reduce 1, 2, 3, 4. Reduce the number of repetitions or the use of ums and ahs by at least 2. On the count of 3, you may begin. 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a man who lost his jacket when he was at the doctor's office. After a few moments of leaving the doctor's office, he never found his jacket again on the chair. So
Continue talking.
So he felt very
Okay,
depressed.
stop. Remember, guys, I need you to talk for 30 seconds. Retell the story again. Start telling the story again if you must, but I want you to talk for 30 seconds. This also gives you an idea of how long 30 seconds is. When you're engaged in conversation, if you don't want to monopolize the conversation, 30 seconds is probably long enough before you let the person you're engaged in conversation with start to talk. All right, we'll go with number 7. Number 7, on the count of 3, would you retell the story? 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, we have only 5.
Oh, we only have 5. Okay, thank you. And no 6. On the count of 3, we will go with number 1. 1, 2, 3.
This story is about a young man has his favorite jacket, which is a yellow color and very suit for him. But once when he went to a doctor, he forgot to put his jacket on a chair, and he went to the examination room. When he back to the doctor's
Okay.
room office.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good, Victor. Very good, Victor. You only had 1.
I'm sorry, I'm not Victor. I'm
Oh,
Lo.
let's see. That's Lou. Very good, Lou. Very good, Lou.
Okay.
Very good. You only had 1. Now let's see if we can do it without having 1, but that's good if you do. On the count of 3. Also, Lou, you don't have to speed your voice up. You don't have to speed your voice up. You'll be able to get everything in that you need to tell me. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I didn't get it. What do you want me to do again?
Repeat the same thing. I was
Repeat the
just
same thing.
Yeah, I was just saying you don't have to speed your voice up. Don't appear rushed. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
This story is about a young man who forgot his jacket on doctor's office, and that is his favorite jacket, which is a yellow one. And but it was stolen by someone else who are also in the doctor's office that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this time, Lou, you had 3. Okay, let's try again and reduce it back to at least 1 or 0. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
This story is about a young man's jacket was stolen by someone else in the doctor's office, and also this jacket was a young man's favorite jacket, and he loves it. This jacket was yellow.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with 1 this time. All right. Number 2.
What does 1 or 3 stand for?
You either said or you said and.
Oh, okay.
Or you had a long pause.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2. On the count of 3, unmute your microphone, and when you're ready, you may start. 1, 2, 3.
This is the story from a young man who forget his jacket in the office doctor. Sometimes he used this jacket on every time, but one day he lost his jacket in the office doctor. He tried to combine this jacket for everything. He think he's
Okay.
look at
Thank
that.
you. Good, Ricardo. Now, Ricardo, let's see if we can reduce it by 1.
Okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is the story who one man who lost the jacket in the office doctor. He used to love this jacket for. He tried to combine this jacket for everything. He think he look very nice with this jacket. I think.
Okay. Good. All right. You still at 1. Number 3. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You have 15 seconds, number 3. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay. Number 5. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a young man and his new jacket. He was very glad from his new jacket. It fit him well Uh, the jacket was not too heavy, rather light, and the color was very nice. One day the man go.
Okay, thank you. Good. So, Wislaw, let's see if you can do that using fewer than one. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a young man and his new jacket. The jacket was very nice, the color was beautiful, and the jacket fit on him very well. One day the man went to the doctor. When he go to the examination room, he put the jacket on the chair, on the back of the chair. When he went out, he forgot his
good.
jacket.
Very nice, Wislaw. No mistakes. All right, so we talked about the story of a jacket. We retold the story of a beautiful jacket. Now we want to talk about antonyms. Selma, do you know what an antonym is, actually? Selma, could you unmute your microphone and tell me if you know what an antonym is?
Yes, teacher, I know what an antonym is. It's the opposite of the word.
Such as? Can you give me an example?
The opposite of good is bad.
Very good. What I'd like for you to do is just quickly look at this list or this story of sorts that is in front of you. And I want you to retell this story, but I want you to tell it in its opposites. For example, he did not look at his new jacket. He did not look at his new jacket because he thought it was ugly. He hated the color. It was heavy in weight. He did not like that. He wore it to the doctor's office. He put it on the floor when he returned from the examination room. It was in the trash because everyone else thought the jacket was ugly as well. And you're only talking for 30 seconds. So we're looking for antonyms. Okay? On the count of 3, Selma, tell me the story as its opposite. 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a man who hates a lot his jacket. It was a very ugly looking jacket, so he decided to go to the examination to the doctor so that he can put it on purpose on the trash, or maybe give it to a patient who is in such need.
Okay, thank you, Selma. Now let us hear from Lou. Lou, can you tell us in 30 seconds the opposite of this story? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's an old ugly jacket whose a boy owned it, and one day he went to the hospital, want to give this ugly jacket to other people. It's the color is it's very awful, and he wants to lost it on purpose.
Okay, thank you, Lou. Now, Lou, when you're retelling your story or even reading, try to speak in a natural, even-paced voice. I could be wrong, but it still seems as if you are rushing with what you want to say. Take all the time that you need so that you get the right rhythm and pitch. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're going to go to, let's see, Ricardo. Could you tell us the opposite in 30 seconds? In 1, 2, 3.
This is the story for the young man who hates his jacket. This jacket is the ugliest jacket that ever seen. This jacket is heavy. This jacket is branded, but his jacket is warmy, and he looks very awful.
Okay, thank you. And finally, we will hear from Wislaw. Wislaw, in 30 seconds, tell us the opposite of this story. 1, 2, 3.
The story is about a young man and his new jacket. Ugly is too less if we speak about this jacket. It was really terrible jacket. The man go to the doctor to the examination room. He put the jacket on the floor
Okay,
before.
thank you. Good. Now, are there any questions about this story of the man in his tan jacket? Lou, do you understand this story 80% or more?
Yes, I understand this story 90%. I
Okay,
think.
fantastic. Ricardo, do you understand this story 80% or more?
Yes.
Fantastic. Selma, do you understand this story 80% or more?
Yes, teacher, I do.
And Wisław, do you understand this story 80% or more?
The first 100% and the second maybe 80. I'm not sure. He put the jacket on the floor or give to the people.
Okay. Well, for the second one, it doesn't really matter how much you can remember of the second one because the second one is one that you're making up yourself, but you were thinking of the opposite. Whatever he did with the first jacket in the best way that you can remember, I wanted you to just think of opposites. It was his favorite jacket that he wore. Now it is his worst jacket. The jacket was tan. Now it could be orange. He wore it to the doctor's office. Maybe now he can wear it to the store. He put it on the back of a chair. Maybe he could put it in the trash. He came from the examination room and the jacket was gone. When he returned from the examination room, the jacket was still there. All right, so that was the made-up story. What, again, I'm trying to go for is fluency with your brain thinking opposites in English. I want your brain to see things in color. I want your brain to see things in size. I want you to see everything possibly in English. All right, so now here is a few questions. The first question is, can you imagine blah, 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 blah? I would like to ask Lou to read question number 1. Tell me what the answer is and why it is A or B, and then give
Yeah,
me a sentence using the one that you did not choose.
yeah, but firstly, I don't know what is on the case means.
All right. If you don't know what on the case means, which answer would you choose? If you know that
Yeah.
A is not the correct answer, even without knowing what on the case means, would you suggest that that would possibly be the correct answer?
Okay, let me read through this question. Can you imagine I only paid $45 for this tan jacket? Don't you think it's a real steal, real on case, real steal, real stolen? I think it's
Well, no, it has to be A or B.
real on the case. Real on the case. I think it's B. Real on the case.
Now, do you know what the word steal means?
Yes, steal is to steal something from someone else.
Okay. As to what you want me to know that the word steal means?
Yeah, steal
Okay.
is to take something that doesn't belong to the thief or person taking the item.
Is that pretty much what you want me to know? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is one form of the word steal. And another example of the word steal is that too is a steal. Okay. And
So if I buy products in a song, could also can say steal.
Okay, if you buy something, what was this that you asked?
In a song, I think in a song it means you buy it for very cheap. In a song, or, I
Okay.
remember
Okay, what is this
exactly.
word that you're saying? Song, S-O-N-G? Or you,
Oh,
or
song
is,
is song.
or
Sorry,
are
I
you
can
saying
remember it exactly. Song is
song?
yeah.
Or which
No,
one?
S-O-N-G. In our
Oh,
song.
okay, you bought it for a song. Is that
For
what,
a song, yeah. Yeah, for a song.
is this correct? This one?
Yes,
S-O-N.
for a song.
Okay, so what this is an idiom.
Mm-hmm. It's similar to steal. Steal.
It may be, but I want you to tell me, what does that mean? What does this mean? I bought it for a song. What does that mean?
I
For
don't know.
the
I just know my dictionary have a definition for a song. It means very cheap.
Okay, that is true. And it is an idiom. I bought it for a song. And do you know what it means, though, apart from buying it very cheap? Do you know what it means when it's saying that I bought it for a song? Do you really understand what it means?
I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, so let's see if I can give you an example, and you can tell me if you know what I'm saying. When you join Verbally, you had to pay to participate in the classes. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I could say to you, well, who am I speaking to? Let's see, who am I speaking to? Lou?
Yes, me.
Okay, so
Yes, me.
Lou, I will tell you what. For the rest of the year, I will tell you how you can participate in Verbling, and all it will cost you is a song. And you will say, what? And I said, that's right. All I want you to do is sing a song. And you'll say, okay, Priscilla, what song? And I'll say, I want you to sing this song. It's a beautiful day on Monday. It's a beautiful day today. It is a beautiful day. Now, if you would sing that, you will have bought it for a song. You will have bought your opportunity to participate in Verbling for a song, which means you got it completely free or you bought it for a song.
Yeah. I think I can understand according to your description. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It
And
means
so,
it's too exciting. Yeah.
and so you are correct when you say that to get something that doesn't cost so much, it is a steal. You're not actually stealing something or taking something that doesn't belong. You bought it at a steal. You bought it for a song. I've also given you, Lou, the definition of on the case. Can you give me a sentence using the phrase on the case?
Is to work on a problem that involves something that was stolen. Yes. I went to the parking lot, but I is to work on a problem that involves something. But I found my car was stolen, so I went to police office on the case.
Sentence for me that I just typed?
Yeah. I think it makes sense. Yes, it does
Could
make
you read it?
sense.
Okay, could you read it for me?
I went to the parking lot and reported to the police that my car was stolen. The police officer said that he would be working on the case.
Fantastic. Okay, so now we have steal and on the case. Ricardo, could you read number 2? And for the one that you do not choose, I'd like for you to give us an example.
Okay. Andrew Andrew was my during college. Together we played tricks on several girls. This is probably why I don't have my tan jacket. Burning in cream.
Partner in crime. Okay, that is correct. And now can you give me an example sentence using bandit?
Bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel I am a bandit in my work because I used to be a prank.
This is what a bandit is. A bandit, can you read this sentence for me? This description of a
Okay.
bandit?
A bandit is someone that steals something. Usually he will have his face covered or hidden.
Hidden.
Okay.
Now can you give me a
Okay.
sentence using
Yes.
bandit?
Yes. In the West, all the people who try to steal a horse used to face covered. He called it a bandit. Was called bandit.
Okay. In the West, can you read my sentence?
Okay. In the West, all the people who stole a horse used to cover his face and was called a bandit.
Okay. So in our readings, I've heard of Zorro. Do you know Zorro?
Yes.
And he covered his face and he was called a bandit. And this word bandit, I presume, aid. Do you know this word band-aid?
Something like use in the halls.
In the hospital or in the house, if you fall and you cut your arm or your elbow or your knee, your mom might put a band-aid over it to cover the wound.
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so this is a bandit and a band-aid. And let's see. Selma, could you do number 3? Selma, could you do number 3 for us?
The person who took my jacket from the doctor's office is on the run.
Good. And can you give us an example of on the case?
The police were working on the case. The police found a dead body in a vacant apartment, so they were working on the case to figure out who was the criminal.
Could you read the sentence for me, Selma?
The police was working on the case and they found the body in the apartment. They were able to find the criminal while working on the case.
Awesome. Now we've had a few definitions today. We know steal, we know bandit, partner in crime, and I want you all to become familiar with this word called colloquial. That word is C-O-L-L-O-Q-U-I-A-L, colloquial. The word colloquial has to do with relativity to words that are related in some way. We just read a few sentences that had to do with something being stolen or something where the police were working on the case. Just so I can get an idea if you're understanding what I mean by the word colloquial, I want each of you to give me a few words that are related to stealing or the police. And a good word I will start with will be crime. Okay? Who can give me another word?
Cop.
Office.
Cop, good. Okay. Selma?
Office.
Okay, how does office relate to crime? Selma?
The police office. They usually
Okay.
investigate crimes.
Good. So what we might need to say is police office. That you may be speaking of a dentist office or the church office. Okay. Thief, good. Okay. Anyone else?
Investigation.
Investigation, good. Anyone else?
Trucks.
Trucks? Did you say trucks? I'm not sure. How does trucks relate to that in terms of being in this theme?
Traces. Sorry.
Traces?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure about traces either. How does it relate? Traces. How does it relate? Traces, what? Tell me how do you see traces being in this group of words?
The traces. The thief could leave the traces.
Okay, okay. Traces, maybe I could see traces, but I could see probably tracks also. Okay, which would be details, footprints, fingerprints, maybe. Okay, great. All right, so we've got a general idea. Here are phrasal verbs, and I'm going to give the first one to Selma, and the next one will be Victor, and the next one will be, let's see, who else is here? Ricardo, Selma, and Wislaw. Okay. Okay. Ricardo and Wislaw. And I'll do this one, Priscilla. What I want you to do is 15 seconds and tell me in a sentence something about your phrasal verb. These are the phrasal verbs here. Here's the meaning, and here's an example sentence. If you need to, you can use the exact sentence that is given here if you want to. But I want you to be able to do it in 15 seconds. Mine is to back something up. Back someone up. 1, 2, 3. The word back someone up means to support. In this story, we are going to see that the thief did not have someone to back him up. Okay? That means nobody was there to support the thief. All right. Selma, take a moment and look at yours. And then on the count of 3, I want you to tell me something that uses the phrasal verb ask around. 1, 2, 3.
Yesterday I lost my ring, so that I had to ask everyone in the room, everyone in the room about my ring.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm not going to time you because you're only giving one sentence. Very nice job, Selma. Victor, take a look at your word and the definition and the example, and I will wait for your response at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You may begin when you're ready. Victor. Oh, don't think Victor's here. Okay, so we'll go to Wislaw. Wislaw, on the count of 3. Take a look at your word, the definition, and give me your response. 1, 2, 3.
The journalists blow up the information so that we could have a war.
Okay. So we could have our, what was the last word? So we could have our,
We have a war.
oh, a war. Oh, okay. 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 And I think we have Ricardo, Selma. Did everyone get?
I think it's me, Law. I think Victor has gone. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Lou, could you do breakdown?
Breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Breakdown to stop functioning. Yes. Last day my smartphone has breakdown, so I couldn't connect it with any of my friends.
Okay. Awesome. Good job.
I don't have any opportunity to say my
Oh.
phrasal verb.
Okay. Who is this speaking?
Ricardo.
Ricardo. Okay, Ricardo, why don't you do catch up? Take a moment, look at catch up, the example, and the sentence. All right? You may start.
Okay. In this class, I don't catch up the idea. For that reason, I need to study it more.
Okay. Very good, but probably not very clear. Maybe in this class, I need to try and catch up on my understanding because everything isn't clear. All right. All right. So, this is an exciting opportunity, but I'm not sure if you'll get the idea right away. But here is a little map, and as I talk about how I want you to use this map, I want you to, Victor, Victor, are you here? Okay, Selma, are you here?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm here.
okay, Selma, I want you to start at the train station and tell me how to get to the store. Okay? So these are the directions. You're going to tell me how to get to this store. For example, if I were going to the movies from the restaurant, I would say, once you leave the restaurant, go to 2nd Street. When you get on 2nd Street, make a left turn onto Main Street, and the movie theater is on your left. Okay? I want you, Selma, to go from the train station to the store. Can you tell me how to get there?
Once you leave the train station, go to Central Avenue, make a turn, and you'll find yourself.
Okay, which way am I turning? Which way will I turn on Central Avenue?
Turn right.
Okay, turn right. Good.
You'll find yourself in 2nd Street, and then turn left. You will have the store on your just on your left.
Great. The store is on my left. And there's the store. Okay, fantastic. Victor, can you tell me how to get to...
Oh, no Victor here. I'm Law.
Okay,
no
okay, Law. Okay, Law, can you tell me how to get to the restaurant from the library?
Restaurant to library.
No, you are at the library. I want to get to the restaurant. You are at the library.
Once you leave the library, you get on the 1st Street, and then you make a left turn to on the Central Avenue. Then go straight ahead. Then make a left turn again on the 2nd Street. The restaurant will be your left side.
Great. And who else is here?
Ricardo.
Ricardo, you want to report to the police office that you want to go to the police station because someone has stolen your tan jacket. You're going to leave the train station, going to the police station. Can you give me the directions, please?
Yes. When you left the train station, you're on the Central Avenue. You need to go to the left, to the right, and after that you need to take the second street in the left. After that you need to go ahead on the main street and to turn left again, and in the middle of the main street you'll find a police station.
Okay, is the police station on my right or left?
Right, left.
I think it's on my right. The police station will be on my right.
Oh, yes. In the right side. Yes.
Okay, the police station will be on my right. Okay, and is there anyone else there?
Yes,
Did everyone go?
Yes,
Okay, great. All right, so that was a little exercise in giving directions if someone was trying to get to a specific location. Thank you for that. We're now at the top of the hour. I'd like to ask each of you to take a moment and we'll just have final words. Thank you everybody for participating with me today. So Wisla, would you give us your final words about today's lesson?
not too bad, but still nervous.
Okay, well, we will overcome that nervousness. Just continue to practice, and I can appreciate your being nervous, but I will tell you that everyone is here to learn, and we can applaud your efforts. You're making great strides just by showing up. When I first started with Verbling, I too was nervous, but I'm not as nervous as I was before. I still get a little what should I say? I'm still challenged with the technology, but the more I work with interacting with the different screens, the better I get with moving from one content page to another. And this will happen with your speaking. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. All right, but thank you very much. Selma, could we get final words from you, please? Unmute your microphone, Selma, and we will listen.
Well, thanks a lot, teacher. You every day help us to widen our knowledge and to progress and learn from our mistakes. And also the most important thing, you just encourage us to lower our anxiety when we speak in a foreign language.
Okay, thank you, Selma, for that. And that is what I hope that I'm accomplishing. I hope that your stress level is becoming tiny, 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 because when you're talking with not just native English speakers, with anyone, the idea is to communicate effectively and not be stressed. So think of this as an opportunity to practice where you aren't going to get a grade, no one is judging you, but we are all here to applaud your efforts. Thank you, Selma. And Ricardo, your final word, please.
Yes, I need to practice this language because right now in my brain I traduce the English like I speak in Spanish. For that reason, I have trouble.
That is probably true. And what you will need to do is practice. Ricardo, do you drive an automobile or motorcycle by chance?
And yes, I automobile, right?
Okay, so I would almost imagine you were like I was when I first started driving. I said I will never ever pass anyone on the highway because it was too dangerous. So I would just drive very slowly until about the third day when it was just me. I didn't necessarily pass anyone on the highway, but I was more comfortable and confident in my ability to do something. And not too long after, if someone was going a little too slow, I did find that I would pass them on the highway. And this is what you will find as you compete, as your brain compete with the space of Spanish. One side of your brain is speaking Spanish and another side is trying to get the English. Eventually they will start to work together and it will merge, and it will not matter whether you're speaking English or Spanish. Your brain will allow you to speak easily and effortlessly in either language depending upon the situation and where you are. But thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
And Lou, final words, please.
Yes, I think it's a great method to force us to speaking naturally within the 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds. Because if we give me a long time to speaking, we should consider more things. But if we have a short time to think, I think we could speak more like native speaker sometimes. just speaking. I mean, okay.
You're absolutely,
without any hesitate.
You're absolutely correct. When you are given a limitation and you're up for the challenge, you're absolutely forced to do something that takes you out of your comfort zone. But while you're out of your comfort zone, you're not out of your comfort zone long enough to give it too much thought. For example, you only have 30 seconds, so you can't think about how uncomfortable you are. You just need to start talking. If you take the time to think about how uncomfortable you are, your 30 seconds is up. If you don't think about how comfortable you are and you think about what the words mean in your native language, before you get that translation, your 30 seconds is up. So you're giving your brain permission to work with your coach to do what is asked, to respond in 30 seconds, even if what you're going to say is incorrect. The beautiful thing is your brain doesn't know whether what you're saying is correct or not. Your brain only knows that you're saying something and it seems that you're doing it correctly. And the more often you start and your brain believes that you're doing something correctly, it will allow you to do even more. Just like when I say that I was driving a vehicle, when my brain said, oh, she's comfortable and she's confident that she can drive, guess what? It allowed me to drive, and I've only had 2 tickets in my entire life of driving. Yay for me, because not only do I drive well, but I've saved lots of money. I don't have court costs or tickets. All right, so that is my final word for this evening. For you, Lou, for you, Selma, Ricardo, and Wisla. I want to thank each of you for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this session and you will continue to participate and follow me. And if you have questions or comments, please do not hesitate to send them to me, and I hope that you will continue to join my class and follow me. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you during the next class.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.